Got some breaking news here for you with what's going on between Israel, Lebanon, the United States of America, and Israel's enemies. Do you think for a moment that the United States military would be moving as much of our assets to that region as we are if they aren't prepared to go into a full-scale war? I'm getting a little bit concerned, honestly, because I'm not as far ahead in this game as I would like to be. When COVID hit, we were way far ahead. Now, after the cost of living crisis and all the things that are happening across the United States of America, so many people are suffering right now that I know, without a shadow of a doubt, the people in the United States will not be able to handle another shock to our way of life. I was talking just the other day with Nate, Canadian Prepper, and Chris over at City Prepping, and we were discussing this very series of events. Basically, everybody is in shock of how fast this is moving and in what direction it's moving. And when I tell you that we're talking about all of those end game necessities, that's exactly what we are discussing. The things that you're going to need to do to keep your family safe, how bad it's going to get, how bad the economy is going to be affected, what you're going to have to do just to continue to make ends meet, and how bad the USA and Canada are going to be. The consensus between all of us mirrors the worst that we are seeing from military strategists and economists. They are right now speaking the same language. This is a natural series of war disasters that will continue to put conflict and crisis after conflict and crisis. We are going to have an oil problem soon. We're going to have a Strait of Hormuz problem soon. We're going to have a shipping problem soon. We're going to have a supply shortage soon. You're going to have a gas tank problem soon, an electricity problem, and that's without the FBI and local law enforcement each individually saying that they are on an extreme level of heightened alert because they see terrorist cells being activated inside the USA and inside Canada. This is no longer any sort of hyperbole. It's no longer anything about what ifs or what could be's. We are watching these attacks taking place right now. What's happening between Israel and Lebanon, what's happening between Israel and all the other countries that are against it is going to reverberate like an earthquake does through the core of the earth all the way across our planet to hit every single continent and region. It's right now at that dividing point where you're either with the United States of America and its regional allies, or you are against it. Now, this is scary because we're seeing so much armaments moved. We're seeing so many military platforms being moved over. We are seeing the USA and Israel stand up and say, you know what, if they do this, here's what's going to happen. Iran already said it's time for preemptive attacks. Now, when's the last time you heard this type of verbiage and behavior? Anytime we saw the USA moving this much weaponry over to a region, they use them within days to weeks. So we only have a little bit of time, I would say, a limited amount of time before this thing escalates beyond the country's ability to control it. That means our military leaders who have been saying our military is too fat, our military is too woke, our military is too problematic, they're the ones who are going to be suffering through a military trying to pull them together to fight for a war that nobody here at home is going to believe is necessary. Well, let me tell you, in certain ways it is, because as the United States dollar is threatened, and this is China's plan and Russia's plan, as the United States dollar is threatened, you are going to see these other countries step up their game, and they're going to say, let's attack the economy, let's attack the population, let's attack the religious centers, let's divide the population, and the Dems and the Republicans, they're all going to fall right in line like little kids putting their little shoes on, and they're going to say, okay, you know what, I do hate them. The other side will say, you know what, I do hate them, and then you have civil unrest inside of the country. Remember when COVID